As concerns about the environment and climate change continue to grow, the search for alternative fuel sources has become increasingly important. One option that has gained attention in recent years is the hydrogen fuel cell car. But what exactly is a hydrogen fuel cell car, and why is it being hailed as a potential game changer in the world of transportation? It's a vehicle that runs on electricity generated by a fuel cell that combines hydrogen and oxygen. The only byproduct of this process is water vapor, making it a clean and emissions-free form of transportation. One of the biggest advantages of hydrogen cars is their environmental impact. Unlike traditional gasoline or diesel cars, hydrogen cars produce zero emissions. This means they do not contribute to air pollution or greenhouse gas emissions. Another advantage of hydrogen cars is their efficiency. Because hydrogen fuel cells are more efficient than internal combustion engines, hydrogen cars can travel further on a single tank of fuel. This means fewer stops to refuel and more time on the road. Hydrogen combustion vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles are two different types of vehicles that use hydrogen as a fuel source, but they work in very different ways. Hydrogen combustion vehicles are similar to traditional gasoline or diesel vehicles in that they have an internal combustion engine. However, instead of using gasoline or diesel fuel, they use hydrogen. The hydrogen is combusted, or burned, in the engine to create a controlled explosion that powers the vehicle. The only byproduct of this process is water vapor. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, on the other hand, do not have an internal combustion engine. Instead, they use a fuel cell to convert hydrogen into electricity, which powers an electric motor. One major advantage of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is that they produce zero emissions, making them a clean form of transportation. Hydrogen combustion vehicles also produce zero emissions, but they have a lower efficiency than fuel cell vehicles because of energy loss during the combustion process. Another advantage of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is that they have a longer range than hydrogen combustion vehicles because fuel cells are more efficient than internal combustion engines. Additionally, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles can be refilled with hydrogen much faster than hydrogen combustion vehicles can be refilled. At the pump, hydrogen sells for considerably more than gasoline. However, a fuel cell car travels about twice as far as a conventional car on an equivalent amount of fuel. One major disadvantage of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is the lack of refueling infrastructure. In summary, hydrogen combustion vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles are both types of vehicles that use hydrogen as a fuel source, but they work in very different ways. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles are more efficient and produce zero emissions, while hydrogen combustion vehicles are similar to traditional gasoline or diesel vehicles, making them cheaper to produce, but come with the added benefit of zero emissions. While hydrogen cars have many benefits, there are also challenges to their widespread adoption. One major issue is the lack of infrastructure for hydrogen fueling. There are currently very few hydrogen fueling stations in operation, mostly in California, making it difficult for people to own and operate a hydrogen car. However, as interest in hydrogen cars continues to grow, Toyota and other companies are making investments into the development of hydrogen production and fueling infrastructure. And with advancements in technology, the cost of producing and using hydrogen is also decreasing. This means that in the future, hydrogen cars may become a more viable option for more people. The debut of a new hydrogen engine by Cummins at ACT Expo 2022 is certainly a noteworthy development in the world of hydrogen-powered transportation. The availability of 6.7 and 15-liter versions for trucking and industry by 2027 is ambitious and could bring a significant change in the industry. One of the key features of this engine is that it's based on a multi-fuel platform, where the components below the head gasket are all standard between all engines and fuel specific above the head gasket. This means that it can be set up to run on multiple fuels such as gasoline, diesel, propane, and hydrogen. This flexibility allows for easier integration into existing systems and could potentially make the transition to hydrogen power more cost-effective. The use of hydrogen as a fuel in heavy-duty vehicles such as trucks and buses can have a significant impact on reducing emissions and combating climate change. Heavy-duty vehicles are responsible for a significant portion of transportation-related emissions, so the use of hydrogen as a fuel in these vehicles could have a large-scale impact on reducing emissions. It's worth noting that the availability of hydrogen refueling infrastructure will still be a major hurdle for widespread adoption of hydrogen-powered heavy-duty vehicles. However, with more and more companies investing in hydrogen fuel cell and hydrogen combustion technology, the development of hydrogen infrastructure is likely to accelerate in the coming years. In summary, Cummins' new hydrogen engine is an exciting development for the industry and could potentially play a significant role in reducing emissions and combating climate change, especially in heavy-duty vehicles. One major advantage of a hydrogen combustion engine is that it could potentially be more cost-effective to produce than a hydrogen fuel cell. This is because hydrogen combustion engines use existing internal combustion engine technology, while hydrogen fuel cells require the development of new and expensive technology. However, it's important to note that hydrogen combustion engines may not be as efficient as hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, but rather comparable in mileage and power to their gas and diesel counterparts. The efficiency of the engine and emissions will depend on the design and technology used. Overall, the development of a hydrogen combustion engine by Cummins could have a significant impact on the hydrogen-powered transportation industry by making it more cost-effective and accessible. In conclusion, hydrogen technology is a clean and efficient form of fuel with the potential to greatly reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. While there are currently challenges to their widespread adoption, as the technology and infrastructure continue to improve, hydrogen cars and trucks could play a crucial role in a sustainable future. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos on the latest developments in technology and sustainability.